Hi everybody, it's Willis, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand. I'm here to show you a video on a challenge that I've been doing. The challenge is put out by Faythchik777 and it's You Choose Altered Spool. Deadline for this challenge is the 4th of November 2013, so the videos have to be up by that date for Linda to go and look at, or you have to post, if you're posting your item, to get extra entries. Forget that. I'm not quite, forget the entries, but I'm not quite sure how that works. You'll have to go over and check out on Faythchik777 and just look, because it's quite a little bit complicated. But the deadline for your video to be up for Linda to have a look at is the 4th of November 2013. And this is going to be a challenge that is judged. So Linda and a friend will be judging, looking at the videos, going through them, judging everything that's been done on the 7th of November. So I'm not going to go into great detail about the challenge itself. They're just, You Choose is because Linda's put up two styles. One is style number 1, which was 2 spools that had to be functional with your favourite laces wrapped around them, and you had to have at least 3 of your favourite laces wrapped around each spool. Just totally functional. Style number 2 was purely decorative. So you could do what you like with it, except that you had, you put embellishments around your lace, around the spool, etc., etc. She's given you 2 links below her video to go and have a look at separate the separate styles, just to get ideas or inspiration. I chose to do style number 2, which was a single spool and purely decorative, and had to be done in Shabby Chic style, had to have a stick pin, had to have a clock face in there somewhere, and had to have the colour cream. I think that was the 3 things: colour cream, clock face or clock, decorated stick pin, must be Shabby Chic. Yeah, so that's it. So I'm just going to take away these lovely laces here, which was some of them I used here. I chose, as I say, style number 2, the purely decorative one. And here's my item. I made up the spool from scratch using a cardboard box like that, just cut it all up, did the circles at the size I wanted. I actually used a CD to cut the circles, and for the tube in the middle to join the circles, I used a kitchen paper towel roll, and very carefully using a serrated knife, I cut it to the length that I wanted, to fit in with the size of the circles at the top and bottom. I then papered all the circles. Sorry, I'm rummaging around in my box here. I papered all the circles, and this came to me in a swap a few days ago with Irene, who's seriously scrapping on YouTube. Hi Irene. I've been dying to do that, but I've only just started doing swaps, so that's my first time. So thank you Irene for this, it was great. It's Kaiser Craft paper 6.5 by 6.5, and this is the one I used for around the actual spool, because I wanted the little cameo at the top, I wanted the beautiful Edwardian looking columns and fans and the little roses and the butterflies. I didn't use the top, obviously, I just cut it where I needed, and I wrapped that round and glued it down. And then for the top and the bottom, I used this one here, and for the other part of the top and the bottom, the upper surfaces, because there's 4, I used this green one. And the green and the pink are kind of like got a pearlized sheen on them, so they're rather lovely. Okay, so there's the bottom bit, and that goes on the top, and that's the green bit there and underneath. So that was the first thing I did, and then I glued it all together with this, because using a hot heat gun is no good for doing that kind of thing. So that's a fabric glue, but it does do cardboard and paper and other stuff as well. And it takes such a long time, or long enough to set, that you're able to position things and get them right so that you're in the centre, because you don't want it all skew with. So that's, you can just see the paper down there, the Kaiser Craft paper going on that one. So I decided on my lace round here, very, very pretty lace, I think from Piece by Piece on Etsy, for the top layer. And then I sandwiched it with actually this fabric here, which is what we call in New Zealand a cotton calico. I think it's different in America, but it's cotton calico here, sort of a bleached calico, and I put that in the centre that was sandwiched between the two layers of laces. So there was a lilac lace on top and a sort of a flesh coloured peachy lace on the bottom, and then in between there was this to give it some substance. So I started doing the top anyway. Don't you always spot glue stuff, don't you, when you're doing these videos under the lights? Anyway, the first thing I did, as I say, was paper it. Stuck it all together. The second thing I did was I put a little beige or acru doily, vintage doily here, and I got another one, and I actually stitched it all around here halfway, and then I laid it on and I pulled it back, and then as if it was a I don't know, one of those like sandwich things, and then I stuffed the flowers inside. So they're underneath this, there are the flowers stuffed in, and I used large cream coloured, as we had to use cream on the project, used large cream coloured Wild Orchid Craft roses, and I've actually put some stickles, painted some stickles on there to give them a glimmer. Then I started going around with other flowers like Wild Orchid Craft White Orchids. There's two of them there, and they've got the stickles on. Oh, actually there's three. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I put these beautiful little frosted lilac, kind of like berries, blueberries or berries. They were out of a Christmas thing that I bought. I stripped all the green leaves off them and pulled them out and fiddled around with them and arranged them how I wanted to. And there's some more up there, and there's some around the back. But they're beautiful because they're frosted and they've got a lovely sparkle. This is this is Wild Orchid Craft Rose around here, which is cream and pink, and it's got stickles on it. It's just a little organza flower with a pink pearl centre. This is a petaloo hydrangea. I painted some stickles on that as well to give it a bit of sparkle. So I did the front completely first. Here I shoved in, or arranged should I say, some what used to be ivory bassinet tulle from the 1970s or 80s, and I had dyed it with avocado skins, and it's got a lovely vintage pinky colour, so that was put in there and arranged, and it comes right round the back here, and then all the flowers went in on top of that. I put another little spool. I gessoed this with a couple of layers and then glued it on, wrapped it around with some beautiful pink lace. Now Irene actually gave me this, and I also had some of it myself, so thanks Irene, that was great. Beautiful, beautiful little delicate lace with a fan on it, or a fan style shape. I wrapped that round several times, and then I just let it hang originally, but I didn't like it, so I just popped it in there and glued it in there so that it came out as if it's coming undone. This is a little, it was a little gold dragonfly, very dainty, and I got 3 of these in a very recent swap, which I probably did the video of for about 2 days ago, from Sonia, and that's Sonia Steptoe on YouTube. Hi Sonia, thanks for that. I knew that would come in handy. Look, isn't it beautiful? That just fits in perfectly there. Bit of bling down here in pink, and surrounded by little diamonds, I wish. Little satin pale pink rose in there. And then I stuck beautiful little raspberry bird. Isn't he gorgeous, or she? That's from A Touch of Nature. I got those off Blitsy. I got 3 packets because it's just so cheap, and two little birds in each packet. So I put one up here, perched on another beautiful pink rose that came to me from, again from Irene, Seriously Scrapping. Thank you, Irene. And I stickled that as well. I don't know whether you'll be able to see the glitter on that. Absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. So the little bird's sitting on that. And then underneath there's cream satin rolled rose, a pearl, another Wild Orchid Craft pink and white rose in there, and that's a little a white rose from Irene as well. There's a little purple acrylic flower in there which has got a little diamond or diamante centre, and this is just white rose that very open rose that I bought locally. These are little buds off a little bouquet that I had a porcelain doll holding years ago, and there's a closed rose here that was also in the same spray, different sizes. Over here some Wild Orchid Craft roses in cream and white, and there is the clock face, which was mandatory to put in because Linda loves clocks. And it says Paris, it's got the Eiffel Tower, it's got the hands ticking over, and it actually says that it is 10:15. There you go. Over here there's a little pink pearl heart, and that came from Sonia in our swap. Thank you, Sonia. Music sheet that I tea stained and then Mod Podged several times. That was left over from another project I did a while ago. I just tore it off. Well, actually I cut it with serrated scissors. Some more of these little pink rosebuds, satin rosebuds, and I've stickled them. A rolled satin rose. It's a Wild Orchid Craft. This is Wild Orchid Craft acrylic gems on a acrylic tree, which I cut in. There's bits of it down there. And back to the spool with the little lilac buds on. And then on I set a lovely big Wild Orchid Craft cream rose there as well. It's all got stickles on it. Over this side, to balance out that side, I needed something over here, so I put in the 2 bits of the acrylic tree from Wild Orchid Craft and perched another beautiful little raspberry bird on there. So there's one bird up here and one bird down here. Round here, at some stage before I did that, I put pink pearl trim. They're round pink pearls, not flat back. And then here is a beautiful little trim which fitted perfectly for this, again from Sonia Steptoe on YouTube. So go and check out her video as well, her channel, and Irene's. And I'm not sure whether she did this herself or whether it was bought like this, little pink rolled roses and satin and very, very pale baby pink droplets and pearl, and that's lovely cream lace. So that's the top. I'm just looking at this. This is my stick pin. I haven't glued it in, but that's my stick pin. I've only just started making them. I was quite pleased with that one. That's done in shades of grape and pink and lilac colours. That just pops it up there if it behaves itself. And I might just take it out while I'm turning these upside down. At the bottom I just put this little braid in here, which I didn't have a narrow enough braid, so I had some of this. Irene sent me a similar one, but this was actually in my stash. And what I did was I doubled it over and glued it all the way across, so it gave me a narrow thing like that. Excuse me, beg your pardon. And then that fitted in perfectly around here, so it was glued in. Then I put beads around here. 1, 2, 3 sections out of little white doilies that Irene sent to me in our swap. I just cut those out and put them around there. And up here, you can't really see, but up there, you can just see there, there's another bit of that lace doily. I just cut the centre out, and then I put it around the thing and just glued it all in, so it's right the way around. These little dangly bits here are beautiful. They're earrings, and I just squashed the earrings in there in the lace and another one on the other side matches it, and they're lovely. They're pink, beautiful pink things. There's something stuck on there, so I'll have to get that off afterwards. Silver and pink. Okay, so we come to the roll itself. I've put on a flower here and glued in a pearl gold button there. I fixed it with a pink, if I can get it out, a pink pearl headed pin, and out we come. This is the beige. So it is lilac. Looks a bit on the white back, on the beige background or the cream background. It looks a little less lilac than it does when it's on its own. So this is the first time I've ever done one of these. It's taken me so long. It's like taking me 3 days. Anyway, there you go, and that's how I wanted it, so that when it's unwrapped it'll be like that. So I'm just going to show you quickly what's on here. Remember, this is purely decorative, this style. I've got avocado skin dyed applique here. This came from Irene in our swap. Little tiny cameo with a butterfly. That's a bit of bling, and I've frayed a satin ribbon underneath it. I think that came from Sonia, the ribbon, and I frayed it. These are in my stash, lilac and purple, and I just put them on. I wanted to keep it purple, lilac, or lilac, cream, purple and white, so that it stayed the same colours. Cut out a bit of that same doily, stuck a little pale pink pearl on it. This is from a glass necklace that I bought from a thrift shop. Little cardboard butterfly, I think that's from Sonia. Tiny little flower off an artificial flower thing with a little pearl I put in. Vintage button. I think that might be either from Irene or Sonia, can't remember which. Sorry girls. And that's another bit of lace I cut out from the doily, a bit of bling there, that's mine. Music sheet in a cabochon, done onto a very pale lilac spotted organza ribbon, which I've crossed over in different shape. That's an acrylic cream flower, which came from Irene in our swap, on a background. Just some more bling here on a white applique. I've blinged up the centres of the flowers. Butterfly in sort of a magenta lilac. There's the acrylic tree, applique that I cut off another one, a little glass centre there, and this was just a bit that came around, wrapped around something. I thought, well, I'll keep it, so it came in handy, just a bow. It's sort of like a nylon thing. So there it is. That's it. So I hope you like it, Linda. I hope you love it, Linda. And it's trying to show up to best advantage there. My thing's about to click off. Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. I'll just keep showing it until it runs off, because it's going to run off in about 10 seconds.